This reading is referred to as Shevii, and this is the seventh reading of the weekly Torah portion of Vayakhel, which is found in Exodus chapter 38, verses 1 through 20. Shevii, the seventh reading, and there's a special maftir, special finishing portion, but right now this is Shevii, chapter 38 of Exodus 1 through 20. And he made the altar for the burnt offerings of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide. The altar was square, and it was 3 cubits high. And he made its horns on its 4 corners. Its horns were all one piece from it, and he overlaid it with copper. And he made all the implements of the altar, the pots and the shovels, and the sprinkling basins and the flesh hooks, and the fire pans. He made all its implements of copper. And he made for the altar a copper grating of netting work beneath its ledge from below until its middle. And he cast 4 rings on the 4 ends of the copper grating, holders for the poles. And he made the poles of acacia wood, and he overlaid them with copper. And he inserted the poles into the rings on the sides of the altar with which to carry it. He made it hollow out of boards. And he made the washstand of copper, and its base of copper from the mirrors of the women who had set up the legions, who congregated at the entrance of the tent of meeting. And he made the courtyard on the southern side. There were hangings for the courtyard of twisted fine linen, 100 cubits. And their pillars were 20, and their sockets 20 of copper. The hooks of the pillars and their bands of silver. And for the northern end 100 cubits, their pillars 20, and their sockets 20 of copper. The hooks of the pillars and their bands of silver. And for the western side hangings 50 cubits, their pillars 10 and their sockets 10, the hooks of the pillars and their bands of silver. And for the eastern end 50 cubits, the hangings on the shoulder were 15 cubits, their pillars 3 and their sockets 3. And on the second shoulder, on either side of the gate of the courtyard, there were hangings of 15 cubits, their pillars 3 and their sockets 3. All the hangings of the courtyard all around were of twisted fine linen. And the sockets for the pillars were copper. The hooks of the pillars and their bands were silver. And the overlay of their tops was silver, and they were banded with silver, all the pillars of the courtyard. And the screen of the gate of the courtyard was the work of an embroiderer, made of blue, purple, and crimson wool, and twisted fine linen 20 cubits long, and its height in the width was 5 cubits, corresponding to the hangings of the courtyard. And their pillars were 4, and their sockets 4, of copper, their hooks silver, and the overlay of their tops and their bands were silver. And all the pegs of the Mishkan and of the courtyard all around were copper.